everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right, today's topic is after 20 years of marriage, he left and married someone else. All right, we have a letter. So let's dive right into this letter and see what she says. I am writing with a heart full of confusion, pain, and questions I can't seem to answer on my own. After spending 20 years of my life married to someone I truly believed I'd grow old with, he left and almost immediately married someone else. I can't seem to wrap my mind around how someone can move on so quickly from something that took decades to build. All right, let's look at that. You know why he could marry somebody right away? Because he had already started a new relationship while he was still with you. He already knew this person. You know, I've seen men do that. And especially men where their wives get ill and maybe they know that their wife's going to pass. You know, they already put out the net for the new fish. So as soon as she dies, he scoops up the new woman. But, you know, like when men do that, my mind goes back to, well, did he really love you in the first place? If he can turn over his love that quickly and marry somebody else, was it really love? Or was it just convenience? Okay, let's go on with your letter. Was it always in his heart to leave? You can never tell. Did our years together mean nothing to him? I've been carrying around these thoughts like a weight I can't put down. It feels like I'm grieving both the past and the betrayal in the present. I'm not sure if I'm mourning the man, the memories, or the future I thought we'd have together. You're probably mourning more about the future that you thought you would have together. Yeah, you probably had already envisioned, your lives being together, for the rest of your life. And now he just ups and leaves. That could destroy a person. What hurts even more is the speed with which he moved on. It makes me question everything, as well as you. My worth, my role in the marriage, and even if I was ever truly loved the way I believed. I've been loyal, supportive, and present, and now I feel discarded, replaced, like I was just a chapter he couldn't wait to close. Well, with you not telling us more about him and the way that he treated you throughout the marriage, it's hard to say whether he had been thinking about leaving you for a long time. And the other thing, you didn't say if you had kids. Some of these men just plan to stay until the kids get old enough and they have it in their minds. And I'm going to be out of here. You understand? So with not knowing much about him, it's hard to say how long he had in his mind to leave. And maybe this woman that he eventually married, he had been cheating on you with her for years until she finally got tired of waiting. She may have given him an ultimatum. You marry me now, forget it. You see, that could be the reason why now he's divorcing you. And maybe for years, he just gave her some excuse. So this could be a woman that, what I'm saying is that he knew a lot longer than just after he left you, now he found somebody else that quick. No, I think he knew this woman long before. I need help sorting this through. I want to understand not just his actions, but how to begin healing. How do I make peace with being left behind like this? Well, now you didn't tell, you just said you had been married for the last 20 years. So I guess you're middle age and maybe older. How do I start trusting again, especially in myself and in love? All right, you must be kind of like in your 50s, 60s, somewhere like that. Well, it's not too late. You can still love again, but let's put that on the back shelf. You don't need to even be thinking about getting involved with somebody else now. You got a lot of healing to do before you get to that point. Okay? So now it's time to concentrate on yourself, loving yourself, pampering yourself, even if you never did it before. Go to the spa. Let people massage you. Go do bubble baths and love yourself is the point. All right. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty of, and all of this is your healing process. But in a point in this process, you need to spend time alone with yourself without any interruptions from anybody else. Okay? Spend time, a few minutes every day, where you just sit and listen to your intuition and talk to your divine source about the things that are on your mind. Tell your angels what you need help with. And believe me, there is help right there. Angels can only convene if you ask them. They can sit and watch you in pain, but if you never ask for help, they're not allowed to just help you. Okay, so in your quiet time, doing your meditation, ask your angels for help. Okay. Here are some steps that will help you in your healing. Okay. The first step is to accept that the pain is real. You're feeling pain, accept this pain, because you never want to feel this pain again. I know when one of my relationships ended and I felt great pain, this is something that I said, I never want to feel this kind of pain again. All right. So when you put those vibrations out into the universe, well, you get protection back from this happening, and knowledge and wisdom, so that when anybody approaches you, may cause you hurt or pain, you spot it right away and you will flee from that energy. Okay? So let yourself grieve for the loss of the relationship. It may take you, a few days, and this is the time when, a lot of people just get in the bed, put the covers over your head, that grieving period. Let yourself go through that. All right? Now, don't let it last for long, but, take a day or two to yourself and grieve for the loss of the relationship. Understand that his choices aren't reflecting your worth. His choices don't reflect your value or your worth, but you need to be strong and not accept it as you're not worthy. You understand? So don't take what he did to show you that you're not lovable. You are lovable. What he did has to do with him, and it has very little to do with you. I know, ladies, a lot of times it's hard for us to understand that because when a man decides to leave us, we look at ourselves. We look in the mirror. Why would he leave me? I've done everything for him. I look good all the time. You know, I do everything that a woman could possibly do for him. Why would he leave? It's because it's a flaw in him, not in you, ladies. Don't look at yourself when these things happen. Realize where the issue is. Okay? Number 3, stop replaying the past. When you're going through your pain and all of that, when you come on the other side of that, now you're beginning to heal. Because once you grieve, the next step, you're probably going to become very angry. And that's where a lot of people think about revenge. Don't think about revenge during that time because remember, karma is real. Okay? So during that time, you'll get angry about the whole situation. But you're going to be doing your daily meditation, and it doesn't have to be a long time, just a few minutes a day where you're quiet with yourself. And your intuition is going to show you all the things that you allowed him to do to you in your relationship, which was leading up to him leaving. Okay? So you'll get more answers during your time of meditation. Now, number 4, and focus on what you can control now. Focus on yourself. Make yourself a priority. Make yourself happy. Don't start looking on the outside of yourself for validation or for happiness. Find your happiness within yourself. And out of this experience, you'll come out a more confident and stronger person. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.